All right, so speak up loud, Mr. Tanner. Appreciate your time. Give me your attention.
All right. Well, not gonna try to take too much of y'all's time. I know we gotta everyone's get ready. What's the end of the day? What's the team group like meeting after this?
Run a Fuego.
Fuego.
Fuego tacos. Maybe wants to get a Dr. Pepper taco at the end of this. If you never been to Fuego, you
I
thought last
wish.
week was cool. This week's even better.
I wish.
I'm saying
All right.
it's coming. Shh, pay attention.
All right. Well, what we're talking about, obviously, as he said, with qualifying referrals, this is something that's in my fast start I thought I was good at, but I was nowhere near as good as I thought. And being able to teach this is something that I wish I could have learned this sooner. But it's amazing to be able to teach this to y'all now because it's such an amazing start. So first things first, why we qualify the referrals is because getting names is all right, but getting context is what makes those names valuable. When you know who they are, what they like, and how your customers know them, it makes the calls warmer and more natural. So it makes your customers feel like they're actually helping you succeed instead of just tossing you a bunch of random names. So one of the best examples is when Mrs. Jones told me one time that she gave me one of her friends that was obsessed with Halloween. I mean, she went into so much detail that yeah, I was almost afraid she wasn't going to give me anybody else. But, and she was talking about she holds the biggest parties every chance she gets. She holds a party when her kid's tooth falls out. So I was like, I was able to connect with her friend, and it was so much more personal because even though like I didn't know this woman, I felt like I was her family because I knew so much about her. And I even threw a little Halloween joke for Mrs. Jones. But it's a lot easier to call her friends that I already practically know versus just random complete strangers and names out of a hat. So part two would be what questions to ask while collecting referrals. So some key questions to teach especially would be like, how do you know them? Do you like or do they like to cook, garden, hunt, or fish? Are they married? One question that I always ask that works is like, hey, Miss Jones, is there anyone in here that is married? And then they'll be like, oh yeah, oh this person, but oh this person isn't married, or like this person isn't married, and then you're able to just click through those all really quick. And then especially another one is like, who do you think would actually enjoy seeing the knives? Something that a little there, but why this matters especially is because it helps reps spot people more likely to buy, gives conversation starters for the phone calls, and shows the customer you care about them. But what I'm actually going to show you some here that is some stuff that I recently learned from Ben Cooper, who is an absolute unit. If you look him up, he was the three-time American Ninja Warrior. He's sold hundreds and hundreds of thousands. And we went over, and some of the things that he went through was what I say is I'll get into this going through the people. She gives me some people, and I'm like, so Miss Jones, like, are any of these people business owners? Or like, Miss Jones, who's the most popular? Or another nice one is Miss Jones, who has the nicest kitchen? That's another one. And then some big ones, let's see, best barbecuer, Miss Jones. Who out of here is absolutely crazy on the grill? And then even if they don't have that, they're like, oh, you know what? But I just thought about Janelle is really good at cooking. I didn't even put her on there. That's such a good idea. She'd love this. That's happened way too many times to count now. And like even like, hey, Miss Jones, does anyone work in sales in here? Or a big one that I would write down was, hey, Miss Jones, does anyone in here like to entertain? That added like four more. I have one of those demos that I just booked is a lady that they do barbecuing as like a job. They own a barbecuing business. She entertains every single day. Everybody loves her, super popular, and I knew everything about her immediately. So that's some of those questions that are very, very big money questions. Even that, like Miss Jones is one of the like, who's the nicest neighbor? That's another big one. So I think nicest kids, or even like who's the nicest kid's friend's parent? Like who's the nicest kid that has like really amazing parents? Good one. Coworker never hurts, or any family member. So coworker is a big one as well, but those are a bunch of big money ones. But to continue, I'll see. Oh, but that's kind of, I already kind of mentioned how Miss Jones, like I was just on the phone with her and I was like, Miss Jones, she was bragging about you for like 30 minutes straight. She was like, she entertains, she has like such an amazing kitchen. She barbecues all the time. I was like, Miss Jones, what do you not do? So we had a laugh, and that's just something that's really big is and makes it memorable, and that'll help with the cancellations as well. But finding the star referrals, golden question, Miss Jones, if you were me, who would you call first? What
Money.
this does is it gets the customer to point out who they think would be most interested or most likely to buy, and it gives us a lot clearer priority list so you don't get overwhelmed with all the referrals. Like someone, I can't remember whoever it was that had 140 referrals. That's awesome. That's money. I had 1,000 at one point, and it's like even the 100 is absolutely like there's so many people, and I wish I would have done this. Like when you get those big ones, it's a lot harder than just getting the 5 or 10 sometimes. So no knock on the 100, like that's absolutely amazing. You're going to get so many demos out of that. Just when no matter how many people, no matter it's 1,000, 2,000 qualify, who would you call first? Especially it builds confidence because you already know who you're calling and you're more likely to say yes, or like who's more likely to say yes to the demo. And also, especially Miss Jones loves to brag about her friends. She's like, who doesn't love to brag about their friends? If you don't love to brag about your friends, get new friends. Um, so basically, those are the star people. Almost always are practically, literally, sometimes begging me to book a demo in the three-way texts. I'll see a text that are like, "Oh my gosh, I love Cutco. I love Tanner. Let's book a demo." So that's especially like it's been crazy recently, especially that I've those three-way texts have been kind of like with those star ones. They're like, oh, I love Cutco. I just like, I want to help you out. And then that turns into those big money demos. Biggest orders come from those demos. So or one of the last parts is basically, this makes your phone time way more fun because you're calling people who are actually interested and you already know them. So you're able to crack jokes, have fun, and it's pretty much like you're talking to family. So people love when you know something about them, it shows you care. Miss Jones isn't having a college kid saying, like, Miss Jones, you're so awesome. She doesn't have that at all. It be amazing if you had someone call you and be like, Miss Jones, your friend said that you're absolutely amazing. Like, wouldn't that feel good? So you're not just collecting names, you're building these relationships. Relationships are so big. It's like Chelsea, the number one, she had $1 million in sales in one year. Listening to her podcast, one of the biggest things she says is she builds relationships. She loves building relationships with these people. And I mean, with someone that sold 1 million in a year, I would take that advice. So at the end of your demo or your next demo, don't just get referrals, qualify them. Ask who they'd call first. Then go book those demos. It'll make your schedule fill faster and your sales will take off, I promise. And if you put this in place like we're talking about today, there will be no such thing as referrals, just new family. So that's all I
Oh,
got for y'all.
give a round of applause. If you want to learn more, Tanner's got the Tuesday morning and the Thursday morning workshops. So would definitely recommend you hop on because that is just the tip of the iceberg. All right, we got a couple of last minute things here before we finish up. Don't be that kid in chemistry class that's packing up before we finish up here. Don't be that guy. All right, give me 1 second. All right, I just want to make you aware of a couple of upcoming events that we have here in the next week or two. So tonight we are going to Fuego. Who's ever been to Fuego before? By far the best taco place in all of San Marcos. You've never been there, you are crazy. Dr. Pepper Taco. Just mark my words, you are going to want to be a part of that in your mouth. All right, Saturday morning, we got a divisional phone chat. These are just some of the highlights. Saturday morning, every 9 a.m. We got this coming up. So this will be on the workshop sign up. Monday morning, again, Colin's doing his past customer workshop. Tuesday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. I want you to write this down. If you have class, it's okay. If not, I'm going to be talking about, I'm going to be inviting some of you guys on there. We have a Skills for Life workshop that is starting here on Tuesday. This week, the topic, would anybody like to learn about budgeting and building wealth on any income? That's what's being taught at this Tuesday's Skills for Life workshop. So that is being run. It's actually a financial planner who used to be a Cutco rep, and now he runs these workshops for our representatives. It's on Zoom. You can just hop on. It's from 4:30 to 6 p.m. And then next week's team night is going to be our first crazy Cutco bowling. Who's good at bowling? All right, you're going to suck at this. Because if you suck at bowling, you'll be good at this.
Wait.
Because we make up our own rules. Every single role is a totally different rule. So if you're good at it, you won't be good at this. And if you're bad at it, okay. On the 21st, by the way, is Parents Weekend. You guys know this? I am hosting a brunch for the parents of my team. So 10:30, I'm at Toma Taco. If you want your parents to get a chance to meet our staff, if you guys want free food, and if your parents are here in town, please invite them. I would love to meet your folks. We're doing a brunch for anyone who's part of our team. All right, last but not least, take a picture of this. Take a screenshot of this, please. These are the workshops for this week. So we talked about earlier, if you want to book 5 to 7 appointments, you got to book for 2. If you want to do 10 to 15, you got to book 3. If you want to do 15 appointments, you should book 4. So please make sure to do this right now. So go ahead and sign up your workshops, because if you don't do this right now, you are going to for sure 100% forget to do it later. So I want you guys to go ahead and take a screenshot of this, figure out which workshops you want to go to tomorrow. Does this work? Does the workshops?
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and fill out the ones you want to go to. So look at your schedule, make sure to do this intelligently. You sign up for a workshop, you are signing up in blood, meaning you got to go there. We will literally go to your house, shake you out of bed, throw you on Zoom. So make sure that you're going to the ones that you really want to go to. You need to be a person of your word. You're making decisions right now in peak performance, meaning you're thinking logically about your goals. You're thinking logically about your goals.
Wednesday's workshop from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. has changed. It's now like maximizing stuff.
It's still at the same time though. Still at the same time though.
Hey, Debbie, there are 2 Mondays in this.
Morning one and an evening one. Morning one and an evening one. All right. Hopefully you've got your, once you can show me submitted, you guys are obviously free. Couple things, if you need rope and leather because you're doing live appointments this weekend. I got some people that told me who raise their hand, said I need some rope. We need 1, 2 for live appointments. 1, 2, 3. All right, and then we got leather. If you need leather, please. If you need leather, please don't clean me out. Here's basically the idea. This should last you 2 appointments. 1 slice, 1 slice. Right, if you're doing virtual demo. All right, if you're doing live appointments, obviously you can take a, each piece for that. But anyways, so Amber, if you could be the leather station, I will help out with the rope station. And then, like I said, we're going to be going to Fuego Taco. Fuego Taco is a 2-minute drive from here. Just put it into your notes, and we are going to be rolling in there. I will be buying chips and salsa in case you don't necessarily love the tacos, but they have the world's coolest tacos there. If you've never been there, if it's your first team meeting, you got to go at least one. Show up for like 5 seconds. If you hate it after 5 seconds, you can leave. Other than that, we look forward to seeing you there. Appreciate your guys' time and make it a great day. I'm gonna keep doing that.
I actually don't have
He's
a car.
gonna do his over there.
I rode with a coworker, but she's not going to Fuego.
Yeah.
Is there? All right. Yeah, if you ride in the if you want to ride in the Beamer, feel free to wait for a minute.
Leather,
Who needs leather for their demos?
I do.
Amber got you.
When you ride that popcorn together.
Who needs rope? Come on over.
Yesterday.
You need rope for your appointments, please come over here. How many demos do you want?
Really, how it took part. Oh, yeah. While you guys are talking, I got another demo.
Who else is going live demos this weekend? How many you gonna do?
Right. I'm doing one live appointment. I will need one of those, but I would like.
How many of the live?
One more reason Thursday. Good job to everybody, you guys are great for it. Yeah.
Solid work.
Ropes are for in person and the leather is for. Yeah.
Yep. If you need leather for your live, for your virtual demos, come and grab it from Amber. If you need rope, let me know.
actually,
That's not a good.
yeah.
Why do you have so much rope?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think. I have my leather in my pocket. You know. The only thing my customers complain about is that I sound robotic. They say the lighting's good, everything's good, it's just I sound robotic.
Well,
Smile. Yeah.
how more fun.
And for this one, don't like put on customer service, but you like. But I do, so.
Yeah. Amy's also been doing this for longer than all of us been live.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Amy.
Yeah, I need to write it in the way.
Cool. If you need a ride to Fuego, please hang out for a quick second. Otherwise, we're gonna be rolling here shortly.
Good health.
Yeah. The good thing about my freestyle set, if I do good,